I'm going to be making a springtail culture. I'm using some charcoal, and I'm going to pour it in right here. I don't want the charcoal to be like a layer that's too thick, because then the springtails, when you open the lid, the springtails are able to jump out. Like this. This is like the good amount. So I have my springtail culture right here, and I'm going to try to dump it into this bucket, or gently dump it. And then I'm going to flood it with water because springtails can float. And then I'm going to try to pour some of that water into here. And I'm using some water that I boiled and left out for a couple days, so all the chlorine and minerals evaporated. You know, I'm not seeing a lot of springtails. Oh yeah, I see some. Yeah, there's some on the surface right there. I'm gonna pour a little bit more water. Alright, I'm gonna try to pour some of this into here. Alright, that should be good. And then you can see some of the springtails are hopping around there. I might pour all of this water because I think we do need a little bit more. Yeah, that should be good. Then the springtails have enough land right here. And then I want to put a lid on it. And then I have a hole in the lid right here, so I don't have to keep opening up the lid daily or like every other day, because I'm kind of lazy, if you know what I mean. I also, since this lid is like pretty airtight, that's why I want a hole there so the springtails can get some oxygen. I'm gonna lightly spray the charcoal because not all of it got wet. And then some food you can use to feed your springtails are like any vegetables, like cucumbers or carrots, or you can also use like rice grains or yeast. But yeah, all you want to do is just put a little bit for your springtail colony, then you can leave it alone for a little bit. You can see some of the springtails jumping there. They're like super small. I'm using some temperate, it's like a temperate springtail culture. I forgot the scientific name and I don't really speak Latin, but yeah, isn't that so cool? Yeah, those are the springtails right there. They're really trying to jump, but I made it like this thick so they can knock it out, like even when I open the lid. Also, it's good, opening up the lid, you usually want to tap the sides and tap the top in case any springtails are on the sides or the top so they don't jump out. Hey guys, so I got some rice grains right here and I'm just gonna sprinkle a couple across. It's also good to vary your springtail's diet. And even if you notice that there's some mold growing around it, that's fine because springtails do eat mold. And you usually only want to refill and give them more food once most of their food is gone, because you don't want to give them too much food. And that should be like about good. So you can see I just scattered a couple rice grains just across, and it's like not too much, not overkill, and that's all they need. It's also good to feed them different types of squash, and like I said, vary their diet. Just not like between different types of rice. You usually want to give them different textures of food. Oh, and also guys, I added a piece of wet bark in here and I put a couple of rice grains. This will just make it a lot easier for the springtails to like go on. And since they'd be on, I can just like pick up the piece of bark and move them wherever I want. Also, the springtails do eat leaf litter, but you have to have like a very specific different types of trees, and it might be hard to get those types of trees. I'm actually not sure what type of trees these leaves come from, so I'm not really going to try to put them inside, but I did find them. I do have like a bunch of them here. But yeah, that's how you make a springtail culture. And springtails, they're really great animals because they can eat mold and fungus and all that other bad stuff. But yeah, catch you next time, guys.